If you're watching a tons of fashion-related content on a regular basis, but still not quite satisfied with a personal style and just feeling like there's something missing there, you feel like it's good, but you're not quite there yet, this video is for you because today I will give you 3 doable action steps how you can finally find this missing ingredient and maybe learn yourself more in the process. But I must warn you, it will require some work and research on your part, so you will need some extra energy and focus. So the good place to start here is the shot of MagicMind. MagicMind is the world's first productivity shot. It's a perfect solution for creative people who need just a little help with beating procrastination, improving their mood, boosting their focus. It can help you to get into this flow state more easily and in general just boost your productivity level. It contains a bunch of natural ingredients from more popular like matcha and ashwagandha to less known ones like cordyceps mushrooms and natural nootropics like bacopa monnieri. Each one of these ingredients helps to address a specific problem that we as people usually bump into. Like bacopa monnieri is a natural nootropic, it helps with procrastination and impulsivity, like for example urge to scroll social media, which, let's face it, a problem for a lot of people these days. L-theanine that can be found in matcha helps increase focus and attention without giving you this coughing crush in a few hours. Cordyceps mushrooms boost your clarity and focus. And ashwagandha is well known for decreasing stress and low-grade anxiety. Studies have shown that procrastination is based on stress, anxiety, and your cortisol level more than on just being lazy, which makes the MagicMind the perfect productivity shot. MagicMind claims that you will start to feel full benefits after taking it for a few days, but honestly, I started to feel the effect right off the bat. I used to drink it as a shot, but recently I started to use MagicMind to make an iced latte with it, and I like it the both ways. It really helps with this focus fatigue and just helped me to get more out of my day. And as I said, just be more productive. I really like to take it on days when I want to just brainstorm some new ideas or learn a new skill. I was creating this 3D model with the help of MagicMind, and now I use it to dig into motion design, the topic I'm really into as of late. So I easily can recommend MagicMind to any creative person or anyone who's just struggling to be more productive. Plus, they offer 60 days money-back guarantee. So if you won't like it, you'll get a full refund, no question asked, so it's totally risk-free for you. So I don't see any reason for you guys to not try it out, so go click the link in the description. And don't forget to use my discount code that you can see on the screen right now to get up to 56% off your first subscription in the next 10 days. So back to our elevate your style steps. Step number 1 will be looking for alternative source of inspiration. When you're looking for a fashion or style inspiration, I bet 99% of the time you go to the same 3 places: Pinterest, TikTok, or Instagram, maybe YouTube sometimes for sure, but it's definitely more slow-paced and relaxed type of content. So yeah, these 3 are no doubt the holy grail of the fast-paced information consumption these days. And if you do that, it's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but think about it. So does everybody else. At least the majority of people. As a result, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of people who dress up in a pretty similar or exactly the same way. And once again, there's nothing wrong with it per se, but if you want to stand out, you need to allow the fresh ideas and inspirations into your mind. And there's actually quite a few ways how you can do that. You can pay attention to movies, especially old ones, or from the period of time that you find aesthetically pleasing yourself, and not blindly copy but adapt it to our modern days or your personal style preferences. I saw a Rare Window for the first time, I believe when I was a teenager, and I was fascinated with the style choices in this movie. Style like this definitely hard to fit into modern days, but I tried to take some details, accessories, and I remember having a lot of fun with it. I think I heard recently Olivia Rodrigo is known to wear a long gloss, and not just because it's really popular these days, but because she saw it in UK movie Jennifer's Body. And now, as you can see, she's using it a lot, and it's kind of her signature thing. Another super easy way to find a style inspiration is just watching people on the street. It's definitely easier if you're living in a big town where a lot of public places, where people gathering. These days, definitely a lot of people shopping online more, but you still can go to a local mall and see what's people wearing. I think during the last few years when I was shopping offline, I saw so many nicely dressed people around my local Aritzia shop. And if I like some outfits on the girls around me, I can just pull up my phone and just write it down what I like about it and what pieces she's wearing, just to keep it in mind for future references. Watching people on the street is similar to watching influencers on Instagram, with the one difference: people on the street, they don't really try to sell you something, so their style is pure self-expression. So yeah, that's the second option. The third option, you can consider watching magazines. Even in modern magazines, even though they definitely try to sell you things, you can find some interesting style combination because they're professional stylists working there, but especially old ones can be, I think, nice alternative source of inspiration because they're not trying to sell you a current thing, and you can just look and absorb everything you see. I think there's my top 3, but you always can feel free to explore and find new inspiration ideas every day in your real everyday life. And here we're approaching the step number 2, which is develop a strong sense of personal identity. This one is a little bit more complicated than the previous one, but I think the most important one, because look at the big names in the fashion industry. People like Anna Wintour, Grace Coddington, or even Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, or even not so widely known people from the industry like fashion journalist Liz Foster or in-house stylist for Vetements, Lotta Volkova. You can see all of them have this unique style that is not necessarily up to date with all the latest fashion trends, but more distinctive and more personalized, and sometimes even more quirky and eccentric. This is why you can dress up like Anna Wintour for the Halloween and everyone around you will get it. She took some style elements and made it her own. But how you can develop this strong sense of personal identity? This is actually the tough part, and here we'll need step 3 of today's video, which is get up and actually experiment. It always comes down to just playing with clothes and finding what brings you joy, what makes you happy. But you don't necessarily need to rush to the store and spend a lot of money, buy a whole new wardrobe of things. Few practical steps here can be: first, create a curated wardrobe folder. It can be just an album on your gallery, or you can create a secret Pinterest board for it. And here you're going to gather and keep images of all the things and outfits that inspire you. There's only 2 rules here. First, take notes. What do you like about it? What it makes you feel? Just so you can remember it later why you saved it in the first place. And the second rule is revisit it regularly. Go through it, delete what no longer resonates with you. And after doing it for some time, you can move to the next step, which is analyzing your wardrobe. What do you have? Do the pieces in your closet resemble the images in your curated wardrobe folder? At this point, you do a declutter, and I really like the idea of fully digitalizing your wardrobe to always have easy access and full realistic picture of what your wardrobe actually looks like, because you can easily forget that you have something if it's buried somewhere in your closet. After gathering all this inspiration for some time, you'll have this clear picture of what you want your style to be, so it will be much easier to declutter. And only after that you can start to intentionally shopping for something that is missing. Only at this step, I think you need to start thinking about more materialistic, conventional, how to elevate your style tips, like investing in high quality basics and accessories, picking the right materials, knowing what color fits your complexion the best, considering your lifestyle, and the list goes on. But I really feel it's better if this is your last step, and not the first, because personal style, I think, is pure self-expression and kind of an art form, because it's always more important how you feel in a clothes than clothes itself. So I feel like dig deeper and deeply analyze your preferences, aspirations, and desires is a base that you need to build upon and not the other way around. If you're still watching, thanks for sticking till the end. I really hope this video was helpful, at least a little bit. And don't forget to check out MagicMind by clicking the link down in the description to get a huge discount on your first order. I hope you guys will have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one.